What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Lowlife motherfucking Chopper Podcast.
What's up, you twerps?
We back. Listen, it's fucking roasty toasty out in this bitch today. We're recording this on, what's today, Tuesday?
Tuesday.
It's about 100 degrees outside right now. New England is the new fucking South Kakalaki. We're the fucking northern rednecks. This is the south of the north. It's hot as the devil's taint, and I love it.
Yeah. Dude, I was talking to Rob, Crazy Gentleman, this weekend, and I was like, dude, Northeast is getting nice and warm. Fucking global warming is making this shit like a paradise.
I love it, bro. We have very tame winters, fucking gorgeous summers.
Oh, yeah. There's like
and
no
here's the
snow
thing that
anymore.
Pisses me off too, dude. Is everybody's all like, I get the winter blues and I get so sad because I'm a chopper guy. And then summertime comes and we're like, it's so hot and my pussy's wet because I'm a chopper guy.
Oh yeah.
Fucking knock it off. You can't have you can't cry about all the seasons, okay? I'll take 100-degree days with 80% humidity every single day over 1 day of snow.
Yep. Yeah,
Guess
same.
what? I can still go ride with my friends when it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't mind the heat. I'd rather just be fat and sweat it out than, dude, like the cold. The thing about the winter that is just fucking lingers, you know?
Yeah, it makes me fucking think bad thoughts.
Yeah. Yep. But it's been beautiful this summer, dude. I mean,
yeah,
it's been fucking killer, dude. It's been like 90s for weeks, and
yes,
I'm loving it. Just tons of sunshine.
Dude, I've crushed so many miles already. And I can't even say already because I was just thinking about it, dude. Mind blown. We're already halfway through fucking July.
Yeah, I know.
Summer's almost over.
It's halfway over.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, we're halfway there. But it does fly because you're having fun. You know, you do a lot of shit. I've done a ton of shit this summer. I'm trying to pack it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put down a fuck ton of miles this year already. I'm fucking loving it. I'm loving the weather. We haven't had crazy amounts of rain. We just get rain like when we need it, which is nice. And it's been hot. Yeah, it's been hot. Like sometimes riding kind of sucks because it's so fucking hot, but I don't care. Shitty riding is better than no riding. That's what I think.
Dude, hotter the better. I don't give a fuck, dude. I went out, we're out this weekend on Saturday. It was smoking hot, dude. 90s, no cloud cover, and you just drink cold beer. If you're thirsty, it's fucking amazing. Nothing tastes better than an ice cold fucking beer when you're out riding and it's hotter than balls.
Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've actually kind of become an alcoholic these past couple weeks.
There's nothing that you want more than a beer.
I
don't even want water.
Like, you know, I'm not really a drinker anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just like giving it up in my old age. And tell you what, boy, in the last fucking month, your boy's been putting away some Modelo's.
Did they taste so good?
I'm like, oh, I got a softball game tonight. Better go buy a 12-pack.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the podcast tonight. Better go get a 12-pack. Oh, we're having steak on the grill. Better go get a 12-pack.
It makes everything better. No matter what you're doing, it just enhances it.
Dude, my wife was even like, I've never seen you drink so many beers on like a consecutive thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, usually I don't, but these Modelo's are just hitting different this summer.
Yeah, well, some people, here's a fallacy about being a drunk, which I am. You don't drink when you're sad. You drink to celebrate, and you look for things to celebrate, you know, like steak on the grill or going to a swimming hole or something like that. And it just fills that gap. Now you're having a lot of fun. So go out there, drink your Modelo's this summer. Summer is fleeting because time flies when you're having fun. So what the fuck did an alien just whiz by your house?
Some kid on a dirt bike just ripping down the road. Yeah.
No shit.
Summertime vibes right there, bro.
Yeah, good for him. Getting after it. we're gonna get into this motherfucking episode. This is 6 years of
Fuck,
LCP.
how did I forget? How did I not say that in the introduction?
I don't know.
6 fucking years!
6.
You know how many days that is? I have no idea.
Yeah, I need a calculator. That is a lot. That is a lot of time. We did a 5-year, a year ago.
That's 2,190 days.
How many?
2,190.
No shit.
You'd think it'd be more than that. That's a lot of days to be thinking about choppers.
That's a lot of days, dude. You know, it's great. It's crazier for you because you've been here since the beginning. I'm about a year and a half in, but this year and a half flew by, and I've been with you since the beginning.
Yeah,
since season 1.
Yeah,
so 6 years,
since,
dude.
Episode 5 or something, right?
I was a much thinner man 6 years ago.
Same.
I think I had hair.
Same. I had a lot of hair.
Yeah, we're aging like fine wine, aren't we? We're both about 50 pounds heavier and have no hair. But it's been quite a ride.
Yeah.
So we want to get into this motherfucking episode. We're going to recount. We're going to, I guess, get a bit nostalgic about the past year. We're going to talk about what the next year has to offer. But first, we got to talk about...
And hold on, real quick, before you listen, because I don't want everybody to be like, oh my God, they're doing another recap episode. No. Listen the fuck up. All right? Pay attention. Bringing that back. All right? We're doing some new shit. We're going to go through what this year has brought us. The places we've been, the people we've seen, the drugs we've tried, the prostitutes we ran out on. I'm just kidding on the last one. And like Rhino said, what's to come for the Lowlifes Shopper podcast?
What's to come?
Where do we go from here? Year 6. We're more than half a decade into this bitch. Think about that. Let that fucking simmer in your brain. We're 4 years away from a decade right now of doing this show.
Can we make it to a decade?
It ain't no thing but a chicken wing, bruh. We're here for the long run. But before we get into all that bullshit, we got to do the 3 S's. Shows. Sponsors. Oh.
Shoutouts.
Sponsors.
They should go sponsors, shows, shoutouts, because I always forget if I don't do the sponsors first. So, this month's giveaway sponsor is Aero Manufacturing. We're going to be giving away this points cover with this palm leaf on it. Look at that. This boy is is this the Canadian flag? We're going to be giving this away to one of our lucky Patreon winners. That's $10 a month giveaway sponsorship over
$10.
on Patreon. So get over to Patreon, sign up. Go follow Aero Manufacturing. This dude, he's going to have a TV show someday. Like, this guy is a fucking
100%.
creative. He's a creative genius. He's in his fucking 20s, and he's casting aluminum gas tanks. He cares so much about the craft. Just go and listen to his stories. He's always talking. He's very business savvy. He's very, very.
I can't wait to get him back on to hear about that.
Oh yeah.
Like the process of casting a gas tank.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The thing that I love most about that guy is he's so passionate.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't care about anything else except what he's doing. You know,
there's
the
no
craft.
Cool points with him.
No, he just does exactly what he wants. Yeah, and he cares about the process.
In these later years of my life, those are like the kind of people that I'm drawn to at this point in my life. At this point of the podcast, that's where I'm like drawn to, is like people that actually have passion for it and don't give a fuck about the cool point shit.
Yeah.
And this dude he's that guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's laser focused, you know, but it's all the different elements for him, you know, like he just like loves to draw. He loves to be creative. He loves to collaborate, you know, and he puts that out there too. Like, dude, he's linked up with dudes to do like you know, just like spitballing sessions, just to like talk about like business and things. Anyways, he's just an amazing guy. Go check out his episode that we did before we got canceled. So it's on YouTube, but it's called, what's that guy's name? Heath Ledger is still alive and he lives in Wisconsin. I think that's what the episode's called. But dude, amazing guy. But anyways, get over to Patreon, sign up if you want to get this. If you're a Canadian and you want to get this maple leaf on your Sportster, sign up, buddy. All right.
And go give him a follow on Instagram.
Definitely go follow him. Probably
Arrow
one of my favorite
MFG.
Yeah. Yeah, Arrow_MFG. Our permanent Till Death Do Us Part coffee collab. Rodney, our boy, Bump Shop Diaries.
Enoch Rodney.
Enoch Rodney, dude.
Hey, listen, I'm going to say this before we get into the coffee portion of this. If you think that this is just a guy slinging coffee out of his garage with a fucking beautiful beard that slays deer like nobody's fucking business while drinking black coffee in tree bark assassin camo, you're wrong. Okay? Rodney's a lot more complex than that.
He's a Renaissance man.
If you have not gotten over to Spotify or Apple Music or whatever and started fucking following and downloading Bump Shop Diaries, you're fucking up. Okay? I've listened to every single one of his episodes. And guess what? When I get to the end of them, I just start over. Because they're literally, you know, some people on their way to work, they'll listen to a book on tape. Listen, tape. read me a book while I fucking drive to work, sir. No. This is, hey, Enoch Rodney, read me a fucking lullaby of the most gangster chopper shit that you've ever fucking heard of or found on the internet, and do it in a fucking badass fucking voice. That's what Bump Shop Diaries is. It is the sickest, the dopest chopper fucking stories. It's amazing. It's fucking honestly amazing. It's a great podcast. They're all short episodes, like 20 minutes or so. They're fucking great. And it's a great way to pass time on a road trip. And they're fucking good stories. They're not like weird stories that he just like made up in his mind. They're good fucking stories. They actually have a plot.
Yeah. He's a creative dude. I mean, first of all, he's like a rapper. He's a legit rapper. He's into hunting. He's into vintage clothing. He's into everything that's cool. So support you. You drink coffee every morning. I know you.
Truth.
I know you have to have that cup of Joe. You know, on your coffee mug. On your coffee mug, it says, you know, like, don't talk to me until I have my first cup of coffee or some gay shit. Support the dude that's into cool shit. Why would you just flush your money down the toilet, giving it to Chase and Sanborn Dynasty? You know?
That is.
You never had Chase and Sanborn? Dude, it's the cheapest coffee that you can buy. It's absolute garbage.
The only Chase I know has the Beetlejuice bike.
No, dude, this Chase and Sanborn, dude. It's like you get one of those big tins. It was like $5. It's what I always drank because it was the cheapest, most coffee you can get.
Right, hold on, is that his name? His name's Chase, yeah?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice bike?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. You didn't like reply to it, so I was like, did I fuck that up?
No, you got it right. So I didn't have to correct you. So go over to lowlifechopperpodcast.com. Go to our shop. Get yourself an enamel camping mug. You need that anyways. Here's the other thing. You need coffee in the morning. You need something to drink it out of.
And not only do you need something to drink it out of, when your chopper breaks down on a road trip, you take that fucking metal canister off, throw a couple coins in it, and you just jingle it next to a 7-Eleven. Get some money to get that new fucking primary belt, and you're fucking off and running.
Yeah, just be like, hey, I need some money for a bus ticket. But you're not going to be slugging steaming hot coffee right out of the carafe. You're going to need to pour it into something, so you need a mug. Go get a mug. Support
Or if
dudes.
you get arrested, think about this: you get arrested, back hills of Virginia. They still got metal bars on the doors. You take that coffee cup, and clink, 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 clink,
Oh,
clink,
yeah.
clink, clink, clink. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of use of this metal cup.
Yeah, it's a secondary gremlin bell. Just put a little carabiner on it, hang it anywhere on your bike, and just ding, ding,
I'm
ding,
pretty
ding.
sure, I haven't tested this, but I'm pretty sure you could fucking put this thing on one of those jet boilers and cook something in it if you needed to.
Yeah, it's a metal mug with enamel coating.
Like, you could do whatever in this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, ramen's in this bitch if you want.
Make ramen in it.
But small ramen, but you could do it.
You got to get one of these can mugs. Get a can mug. Go over to Rodney Nina, Bump Shop Diary. I'm going to give you a $5 off code. Get some fucking hardtail blend. Make the coffee. Put it in the cup. Drink it. And then use the cup for whatever the fuck you want. The other unofficial sponsor that we have, I got to say, because this is actually going to come up in today's conversation because we got a lot of miles with these. The whole group got them. I went riding this weekend and we had 3 Torque motorcycle sissy bar bags on 3 different bikes.
You, Dan, and Fish?
Lex.
Yeah. For some reason I thought Fish would have one.
No, he had a deadbeat bar bag, I think. And I hand delivered him the LCP chopper sauce. So,
oh shit.
Yeah, he was very thankful for that. But yeah, Torque Motorcycle Co. Go listen to his episode, Torque and Pork. Go over to Torque Motorcycle Co. Buy one of these sissy bar bags. They're fucking amazing. Put Lowlife 10 at checkout and get 10% off. They're already the best, cheapest sissy bar bag that you're going to get. Get an extra 10% off. You can't beat that fucking deal. So go over there. Shows. We got some big announcements, actually. I didn't consult Loctite at all. I just volunteered us to do a bunch of shit at the Dead Beat Retreat.
Sure did. I'm
very much looking forward to this. This is going to be so much fun. 10 years of DBR.
10.
It's older than this show.
It's a decade.
1 decade. Steve putting on the coolest chopper show. I think we're on to the 4th place. A lot of people, after you get kicked out of 3 different places, they're probably like, I guess the show run its course. We're not allowed anywhere. We're too rowdy. We're having too much fun. Not Steve. He booked the Blackthorn Resort in the 11th hour last year. This year, everybody knows the deal. The hotels are booked out. You're sleeping on the ground, bro. August 9th through 11th, we're going to be there. And you should be there too, because it's going to be so much fucking fun. 10 years. We're celebrating 10 years of Deadbeat. There's probably going to be another wedding. There's like a wedding every year. But what we have to announce on the show is that not only are we going to the Deadbeat Retreat, we're a part of the Deadbeat Retreat. We're going to be doing a live podcast from DBR this year. This year, it's going to work, too. This year, we're not going to have any technical difficulties.
Hold on, like live? We're live streaming it?
I don't know. Probably. I didn't think that. I just say yes. When Steve asks for something, I just go, yes.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's run it.
Yeah, let's fucking do a live stream of DBR bike games. That would be amazing if we could actually live stream it and do the commentary, because then we don't have to fucking worry about editing or any of that bullshit. So we're going to do live podcast at DBR, probably on Saturday. And the other thing, we're going to be judges in the Custom Clash. The Custom Clash bike show. You might have been a little bit butthurt that the Custom Clash didn't happen because they canceled that Pocono show like last minute. But Steve's bringing it over to the DBR. So this fucking weekend is jam-packed with events. Reggae pool party. Custom Clash motorcycle show. This is not just choppers. This is everything, dude. And you know who else is going to be a judge? Jerry. Motherfucking Jerry.
Fucking Jerry.
And by the way, dude, he made the best trophies I've ever seen, dude. Did you see
sick.
this trophy? Dude, they're fucking humongous.
They're sick.
These are trophies that you are going to be proud to display. Yeah, I mean, they're really fucking nice, dude.
And also, do not forget, on top of all that, there's also the award that Jerry and I are giving out for Best Fabricator for Gnarly Magazine. That's huge. When you win that one, not only are you getting a trophy, you're getting your bike in Gnarly Magazine. Oh, yeah, that sounds sick, right? Yeah, also, there's like 7 companies that donated for prizes. Lowbrow Customs, I think Aero Manufacturing. There's a list. It's fucking bananas. If you win that one, if you're a fabrication guy and you're like, man, nobody ever notices this small thing or this small thing, like, what the fuck? This is your time to shine, boys. Or girls. This is your time. This is when the payoff comes. It's going to be fucking dope. Deadbeat is going to be legendary this year. I don't know if did Rhino say it? A reggae pool party? You fucking shit me?
I'll be at that motherfucker, dude. I'm going to be at that motherfucker.
At the Blackthorn Resort in New York, August 9th through the 11th. It's going to be fucking fun as shit. And not to mention, there's a dope little Irish breakfast spot right down the street that you know your boys are going to.
Oh, yeah. Dude, actually, Dan mentioned that this weekend. He goes, the thing I'm most disappointed about, since he can't go, is that he can't go and get breakfast there.
Yeah.
That's the most disappointed he's going to be.
Listen, this is like a legit Irish breakfast spot. You can only get Irish food from like the homeland. You get the brown bread. You get blood sausage.
Mm-hmm.
You get it's legit fucking Benedict. Dude, this place is it's amazing.
They don't even serve water there. You have to drink fucking peated
potato
scotch.
Yeah.
They just serve raw potatoes. Great.
It's gonna be a good time. If you don't have it on your calendar, you're fucking up. I promise you, it's worth the ride. The ride is sick, by the way. If you're coming anywhere from Maine, New Hampshire, anywhere around there, take the Hogback Mountain route. It is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I'd like to actually organize a ride out there. It's always fun to get a crew together.
Be sick.
So we'll have some. I just thought of it right now, but we should organize a ride from, New Hampshire, because that's where me and you live, and people can hop on along the way or just meet us and ride out there. It's always fun as a big crew. On the way home, we are bombing back on the highway at 100 miles an hour. So there will be no ride home, but on the way out there, we can take our time.
Yes.
All right. Shoutouts. Oh, one more show.
The Smokeout Rally. That is September 5th through the 8th. That is in Rowan County Fairgrounds, Salisbury, North Carolina. Live music, wet t-shirt contest, bike shows, mini bike racing, tankful art display, world's strongest biker, burnout contest, vendors, great food, and tons of camping. Listen, cat's out of the bag. You can catch your boy there. Your boy will be there. I'm not going for the whole weekend, but I'm going to be there all day Saturday. I organized an entire family vacation around the Smokeout Rally. Okay? I'm bringing the whole family with the bike in tow. Then I'm meeting up with Perry from Operation Purpose. And then we're going to ride out to the Smokeout. Hopefully, as long as he's not busy that day. I'm just making plans for Perry right now. It's going to be fucking epic. I'm going to spend all day Saturday out there. Hopefully get to meet a lot of our fucking Southern listeners. Party with you guys. And then I'm going to be doing some fun shit. I'm out in North Carolina, South Carolina area, Virginia area for a week. I'm out there for 7 days with the families. I don't know how many people I'll get to stop and see. But if you want to catch me, I'll be at Smokeout Rally Saturday. And then maybe we can figure something out at some other point during that week while I'm there.
And I'm probably not going, but I might be there. My ride kind of bailed, so I don't
We'll
know.
see.
I have to find a different conveyance to get down there, but we got some shout outs. Do you have any shout outs?
Yes. Hold on. Can you go first?
Sure. I got a bunch of shout outs. I had a fun weekend. I want to shout out the homies because we put down some miles on Saturday and we had a ton of fun. Fish Tank Whiskey. My boy. Maddie, a.k.a. Chopper Fisher. Dan, El Dano, No Luck Paintworks. And Lex, also known now as The Eclipse, because he's 6'5", and it was so fucking hot on Saturday that he was literally just using his body to shield people from the sun. Kevin, Dead Kevin. Dude, so much fun. What a great day of riding. We went down to Worcester. It was 100 fucking degrees. It was all sunshine. It was so fucking hot. And got to hang out, went to a show, saw a bunch of cool dudes there, drank all the Modelo's, all the Coronas, and sweated it out. Pretty hardcore. Saw some of the New York homies. Saw Tedesbro and his boy was it Lobster? White Lobster?
Yep.
Yeah, White Lobster. They came out from New York and they stayed. Got to chill with them. Saw the Crazy Gentleman from Long Island too. A lot of Long Island homies. But yeah, dude, it was super fun times. Crushing Modelo's in a parking lot on the way home. Did get caught in the rain, but it was very welcomed because it was so hot all goddamn day. And by the way, I had the worst fucking dude. I went out with the family the day before and I got burnt to a crisp. My entire body. I looked like a Red Lobster. And my whole back, like blisters, my head, just so smoked, dude. And then I went out and it was so fucking hot. I was dying. Like people were concerned for my health. I had like water bottles, like I was holding them on my face and shit. People were like, "Are you okay?" But dude, so much fun. So much fun hanging out with the homies and getting some miles in. So shout out to those motherfuckers.
Yeah. Shout out for Jerry, motherfucking Jerry, at 812 Inc. Listen up. He's got an enclosed trailer for sale. This thing's fucking sick, by the way. I don't remember if it's 6x10 or 6x12. Has a heavy duty frame, pulls nice and straight. Also has solar panels on the top with a solar inverter inside and storage battery. Has electricity and lights inside as needed and outlets available with the solar package.
Oh wow.
$2,500.
That's a great deal.
$2,500.
That's great.
And he can deliver it to the Deadbeat Retreat. So if you're up here and you're like, "Hey, motherfucker, I've been looking for a trailer," he can deliver it to you at Deadbeat Retreat. Throw your bike in it, put it on the back of the truck, and drive it home. So hit up Jerry812 Inc. on Instagram if you're trying to get that trailer. Listen, if I had $2,500, I'd buy it right now because I need another enclosed trailer.
Did he sell out of those the bike raffle too?
Yes.
I saw he had like one left.
Yeah, it's so closed.
Nice.
That's all. Hold on, let me just double check. But I think that's all the shout outs I got. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, let's get into this motherfucking show. 6 years. I'm gonna pull up all our episodes. A lot has happened.
Long years.
A lot has happened in this past year. Let's just go back a year ago. Let's just flash back to 1 year ago today. You were still podcasting from your bathroom.
Yeah. I was podcasting from my bathroom. Didn't have a garage.
Yeah.
I was working on my bikes in a storage container.
Yep.
Life was tough.
Life was tough. I mean,
Life was fucking
those
tough.
early episodes are pretty rough too. I actually just flashed back and I looked at it just to see what we were doing. You're sitting on the toilet and we don't have any of the bells or whistles or the production value that we do today. But we had some great guests. So like a year ago we did our 5 year, right? And we just did a recap. But the next couple episodes kind of set us up for the rest of the year. We had a very short time between when we started year 6 and we had to start all over again when we were canceled. So we had some highlights from that year. Lane Split Boulevard. He was back way back in the day, right? He was like season 1. You guys did an interview with him. Flash forward to that episode, which is YouTube royalty. And you can only get this stuff on YouTube, by the way. Because after we got canceled, Spotify, they wiped the entire catalog. So this is stuff you can still get on YouTube. So go over there and check it out. While you're there, give us a sub. You know what I mean? Like and comment. But that was an awesome episode. We had Lane Split Boulevard, and then we did our Deadbeat episode, where we tried to do a podcast from Deadbeat. We recorded hours of video, but our mic was unplugged. So we didn't have any audio. That's the lost episode. That'll never be. This year, we're going to live stream it. We're going to make sure everything's good. And you guys can actually comment and be like, hey, Ryan, you fucking unplugged the microphone. And then we can fix it instead of figuring it out 3 days later when I get back home. But
yeah, that was a bummer.
Yeah, that sucked. We had some good footage of actually Howdy Darlin', Brittany. She was crushing it in the bike games.
Killing it.
Laying her bike down. Doing some fucking
what was the nickname
gymnastics. Well, yeah, what was that?
I can't remember. Oh, Brittany the Savage.
Yeah. Yeah, she was on her Savage.
Yeah. Yeah, she was crushing it.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun doing that episode. It was actually fun setting up there. And the bike games were wicked fun. That whole day was wicked fun. That Saturday was like, I remember like a lot of people couldn't make it because of the last minute change in the venue. And then also it rained on Friday. So a lot of people didn't come out till Saturday, but the people that did show up, it was so fucking cool. Like John Luke showed up with his boy, Stay Strong Co. Matt from fucking Kick Me Customs, he showed up. But yeah, that was a great time. It sucks that we had to do the recap episode because I remember I got back and I was just like, dude, all the footage is gone. We were relying on that for our episode that week.
Yeah.
Then the next big show that we did after that, which was epic, was the Indian Larry Block Party.
Dude, that was like bucket list worthy. One of the coolest things to date I've done in my life. Just like being in Brooklyn with the boys, splurging on that crazy hotel room.
Yeah.
Just ripping around Brooklyn, ate nothing but pizza for 3 days.
Ooh. Yeah.
And just being at the block party in itself was just like, dude, one of the sickest things I've ever done. that was by far like the peak.
Yeah,
That was
dude,
like the mecca of like
it's
what
amazing to
has
see
happened on the
like
show.
the dudes that go there, you know, like Danger Dan, that JP Cycles dude. I've watched like all his videos, all his tutorial videos. Fucking McKeeg Art was there,
Yeah,
you know, like so many cool dudes. Such a great time. And what a fucking adventure, you know, like with the homies too, like Dan, Kevin, Bougie Billy came up.
yeah,
Bougie Billy rode up from fucking Florida
yeah.
for like a day just to chill. So much fucking fun. Such great people. Uh, that was like definitely, yeah, that was a bucket list. Now the episode after that is where we got canceled, and I till this day I've never got a response. I have no idea why we were canceled. I have no idea. I emailed those motherfuckers at Spotify like a billion times, and they have not told me why we got canceled. But we got canceled uh 9 months ago. Winter Project Prep. What did we say in that episode? Winter
Yeah.
Project Prep. That was the weekend. It came out on a Friday, and by Friday night it was gone. I started getting
I
messages.
still am holding strong on that somebody just like spam reported us, and that's what it was.
Yeah, I have no clue. That bugs me more than anything is that I don't know why. You know, they just give you this like fucking stamp, like rubber stamp, fucking like you violated our fucking guidelines or whatever, community guidelines, and that's it. And then you're like, what community guidelines did I violate? Like, what did we
Yeah,
do?
yeah,
But that was the end of the Would You Rathers because we didn't know if that was it. Those got pretty fucking nasty, but
some of them got wild.
they were really fun.
There was one we talked about fucking a goat at one point.
Oh yeah, dude, eating homeless guys' scabs. That was
Yeah,
probably the worst.
vicious.
Yeah,
Vicious.
but I'd love to bring it back, but I don't know if it violates their community guidelines. It could have been anything. But if anybody has any clues or has any recourse on how to figure that out, I would love to know. But we got canceled, and we came back as the Lowlife podcast. And we came out with a special episode just to tell everybody what the fuck was going on, because we got a million messages just saying, hey, I can't find your episode. Hey, did you guys, like, it's not on Apple. It's not on this. It's not on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got canceled hardcore. We came back as
Like,
the
and listen, when we say canceled, we mean everything gone.
yeah.
The whole catalog gone. Like completely locked out of our catalog, completely locked out of our account. All of what was it, Square or Patch or something like that? All of the money that was in the
Stripe.
podcast thing,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, debanked,
Like took
deplatformed
everything.
with
Deplatformed us from every
response.
single podcast platform
Yeah.
known to man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
guess what? We still didn't miss a fucking upload.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that was a rough week, but we got it done. We got a full episode out. That was fucked, dude.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed about it.
Those were trying times.
Yeah. Dude, I've been canceled twice because my Rhino Resto, that got
Oh yeah.
I got IG fucking pulled the plug. And again, they just send you some cookie cutter shit like you violated our fucking guidelines, and then they never answer you. You can never get it back. You know? The empire I built. But dude, after 5 years, dude, that was a lot of content that just went pulled the plug. But here again, thank God for Joe Bacon, because he got that whole catalog back.
Joe Bacon.
Now we own it. So thank you.
Missed opportunity. We should have made that a shirt. Thank God for Joe Bacon.
I can make a shirt real quick, dude. I'll make the N it's made out of little bacon slices. Joe Bacon, he's the curator of the fucking outro. that you guys know and love. Well, actually, it's bittersweet because you know it's the end of the show and you're like, oh, I gotta wait another week.
Sick
But
though.
yeah,
So sick.
oh yeah. So yeah, we dove right back into it with Cornerstone Manufacturing. Uh, that same Friday, so we got canceled on a Friday, and then by the next Friday we had a guest. We had a full out podcast going back on. Beer Foo was next.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was so much fun. That dude's he's a good
that was
dude.
a really good
He's
one.
a good dude. I can't. The only reason I don't want to go to Born Free, the only reason I want to go to California is so I can hang out with Beer Foo.
Yeah, and Joe.
And Joe. Yeah, he's in Arizona, but I think we could make that trip work.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did a Halloween special that nobody liked, so we won't be doing that again. I think that's it was a bonus episode, and like nobody watched it, and I got in full makeup. I did that.
Maybe people just didn't know. Maybe we didn't promote it good enough.
Maybe it was. I don't know. Did we do that one? Didn't we do that like live for the laddies or something? I don't know. I don't remember that one. But yeah, I had that Captain Spaulding makeup on. I did that.
Yeah.
I put that on and off because we went to the La Espada Halloween thing. I went to that, and then I also went trick or treating with my kids. I put that shit on like 4 times. It fucking sucked.
You were pro.
I hate makeup. Yeah, so after the Halloween episode, one of the best podcasts. I think this is probably my favorite podcast we ever did. Oxford's Finest with Chris.
Yeah.
With special guest Chicken Rick. Chris.
Yeah, I will say this is I knew of Chris before that podcast from seeing Chicken Rick stories, and then I started following him and shit like that. So I knew who he was. Never had met him at that point. But then we did that podcast with him, got to like know him through that episode. And I think both of us were like, dude, this kid is fucking real deal Holyfield.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got to meet him, I think at La Espada was the first one we met him at. Their swap meet that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, that dude is the motherfucking homie. He's like as real as they fucking come.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, 100%. I saw him this Saturday. Dude, straight chilling. He has the coolest merch. He had those shirts. Yeah. He didn't have any XLs for Fatty Tatty over here, so I couldn't get one of them. But dude, I saw the sissy bar he made for Fish Tank. Fucking insane. Knocked it out of the park.
Really?
Oh, dude, it's so fucking cool. It is humongous too. But we specialize in the garage builder, right? Like there's a lot of podcasts you can go listen to where they have, famous bike builders. You can go and listen to, the Pope of Welding. He probably has a TV show or something, right? But like garage builders is our milieu. It's what we do. And you find the coolest people, and Chris is just one of those dudes. So fucking nice, first of all, but a badass. He's a badass. This dude's not to be trifled with, and he knows he's good at what he does. I suck at what I do. I build bikes. I suck. I'm a hacker, This dude, like, really knows what he's doing, and he zeroes in on it, and he just, like, fucking comes out with, like, I wish I could come up with tough shit like he does, like those handlebars. That, like,
well, we could, unique. I'm sure, if we would just slow the fuck down and take our time, but we don't do that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an awesome episode. Go check it out, Oxford Fine. Go back and listen to some of these episodes. Sometimes it's fun to go listen to them. I got a little bit nostalgic just going through the list over the past year. But that was definitely, for me, one of the best episodes we did all year. We did, we re-released Get to Know Your Host for Loctite.
Yikes.
And get to know your host from me. Yours did better that week actually than mine.
I regret re-releasing that. I listened to it again and I was like, dude, this has no business on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, we did another holiday one after that. We did a very low life Christmas, and nobody liked that one either. So we're not going to do that again.
Yeah, no more holiday ones.
But we came into 2024 hot with
Swinging.
the Choppin' 101 series, which far and away is our top performing podcasts. Parts 1 through 5 are number 1 through 5 on our listenership. So you guys loved the Choppin' 101 series that we did. Thousands of listens on the podcast on Spotify and Apple, and hundreds and hundreds of more on YouTube. So
and also, we're in the middle of Chopping 201 right now.
Yeah, we're taking a little break.
But we had to take a break because this is the 6-year motherfucking anniversary. We will go back to that next episode of that series next week. Just so you guys know, that series is not over. We just had to take a little pit stop to celebrate 6 years.
I'm glad you mentioned that. We should have probably mentioned that at the beginning.
Yeah, we suck at this still, though.
Yeah, we're not good at podcasting. But yeah, those Choppin' 101, those were a lot of fun to do, and you guys loved them, so we came out with 201. If these do good, we'll do a 301. Next one we did was Perry from Operation Purpose.
That was dude.
Yeah, so fun.
He's another one that's just like as real as they fucking come.
You know, as you get older too, like you realize what's important in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when you find a dude, like it's hard to make friends when you're an old man, you know, because you got family, you got a job, you got a bunch of shit you got to do. So it's hard to like make friends when you're older.
It's hard to like make legit friends.
Yeah. And you don't have a lot of time, you know, like you can't just be like hanging out playing Tony Hawk and shit for like hours and hours and shit, you know? So when you meet someone and you're like, this is a real motherfucker. This is someone that I need to know. You know, this is someone that I need to keep in touch with. That's what Perry is. That's what Chris is. You know, it's like real motherfucker, an actual real motherfucker who's down, you know, very few and far between. And, you know, part of this learning journey that we've been on over this past year, especially with like, you know, the interactions that we've had and like people falling off, it's just like, you really appreciate the dudes that are in it for the right reasons and have their heart in the right place. So Perry's definitely one of those dudes. He's a give his shirt off his back type of dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so fucking thankful that we're able to partner with him and help him out. And I'm jealous. Maybe I'll still make it down there though. I'm about 80% right now, but I'd love to get down there and hang out with y'all. Oh, this is another one of my top interviews. Dusty, Shovel Pan 69, Redneck Illuminati. He's another real one, dude. This fucking guy is living the dream. He does, and he's a born free Texas invited builder. He does wicked awesome work. He's just fucking cool. He's just a fun guy. Loved that episode.
Fun guy.
Yeah. It was just fun to do that episode. Sometimes it's hard to do an episode, and sometimes it's hard to like suss out information because not everybody's good in front of a camera. You know what I mean? Dusty, he's just it was just like an easy interview. He's funny. He's cool. That one was a hell of a lot of fun. And next up, I had a blast doing this one too. 5 Guys, 1 Mic. That was for the Holy Mother Chopper show.
One. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And it was actually our biggest that we did. We had like, I think there was like 5 guys. Well, it's in the title. I don't have to guess.
Yeah, you don't have to think about it.
It's in the title. There's 5 guys. Super cool dudes, all of them. If we ever get out that way, definitely is one of those places that you know, they're just like cool Colorado dudes. Super awesome show, super fun dude. Evo Trash Rat, he's funny as fuck, dude, and super good dude. So he's another one of those real dudes that, like, I've never met him in person. In fact, he was supposed to come to Deadbeat one year, but his bike got all fucked up. I think it was 2 years ago or maybe 1 year ago.
Huh.
So maybe his Evo won't fuck up and he can come out and see us sometime. All right, we got Wood. This is Matt and Austin. So our sponsors, a blooming friendship. Matt, I saw him this weekend too. Him and Austin. They both came out. Dude, such good people. And when I'm older and I have 2 sons, I can only pray that my sons want to hang out with me and go to motorcycle shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what a cool. I can't think of anything better than growing up and being an old man and hanging out around bike shit, and then my son actually wants to hang out with me and like drink beers and like fucking party. I tried to convince them to come to Deadbeat this year, so hopefully they take us up on that. Kenny's House of Horsepower. This one was the first episode that we had to redo. We did an entire episode, and the whole thing got fucked.
It broke my fucking heart.
Yeah. So that's our second lost episode. But Kenny was super cool. We got back on it. We did a second episode, and he's one of the homies too. And I can't wait to get out. We got to get out west. We got to see some of the homies, especially in Arizona, dude, because we got Dirty Joe out there. We got fucking Kenny. I'm gonna mention this one because I saw Ray this weekend. Ray Lanzillo, the shovelhead killer. And by the way, guys, he blew up his shovelhead again. Since that show.
He should be put in jail.
He had to drive his fucking Prius to the fucking show this weekend because his shovelhead's once again in pieces. And he blames me because I coined him the shovelhead killer. But, hey, buddy, that poor shovelhead, you keep on hurting it. Maybe it's time to sell it. Maybe get yourself into a nice Evo or something, huh?
Yeah.
The shovelhead, it just can't handle you. You're too rowdy, bro. Yeah, then we did a tour of New Jersey. We did Stinky Pinky, right? With Bonneville
you
Bill.
Don't have to.
Yeah. Stinky Pinky with Bonneville Bill. And then Torque Motorcycle Co., which that was
fucking great.
That was an awesome episode. I actually really enjoyed talking to that dude. Again, he's one of those young kids I'm just so impressed with.
Yeah.
He's started like 2 companies. He's one of those dudes. He's an entrepreneur. He just he has that in him. I don't have that quality in me, you know? So I'm just like super impressed. Like, I wish I had my shit together when I was his age, you know, enough to start companies. I was a total fuck up. I still am. So that one was wicked fun. We did the Lowlife Lowdown pre-party and then after party. We did
second year for the Lowdown.
Second year for the Lowdown. Yep. And then we also did we re-released Parker's episode. It was his 1-year anniversary in June. So we re-released that, Cross Country with Parker. And then we got into Choppin' 201. So
here we are. And a couple Q&As sprinkled in there.
Couple of Q&As.
Which you guys seem to like.
Yeah. Couple of hot dog-centric podcasts. We had Pie Guys, which I think is our lowest rated podcast, where all we did was talk about what kind of pies we like. But you know what? You guys try to fucking come up with chopper content every goddamn week.
Yeah. And honestly, I cannot tell you how nice it is that I don't have the credentials to go on our fucking on our platform like I used to. Before, I was that guy. I was one who like tracked which episodes were doing this right shit and blah 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 blah. And it would drive me crazy. Crazy, dude. She's like, how did this one do so good and this one? What the fuck? Now I don't even know what our listenership is. And I don't even care. I don't fucking care.
That's my cross to bear.
I just don't even care because it's like, either way, whatever the numbers were last week, we're still doing another one this week. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, I will say some of our favorite episodes were also some of your favorite episodes because we had, the top 5 in our top 10 are Choppin' 101 by a landslide. Then Redneck Illuminati, that's Dusty, Shovel Pan 69. Oh, I didn't even mention this one. I must have skipped over it. The Van Is Not Yellow. That was Time Bomb Customs. That was super fun too.
Yeah,
Wicked cool dude out in Ohio. That was super fun, super good guy. And then Oxford's Finest, Chris. So those interview ones. Oh, and then Kenny. So interviews with all of our favorite people to talk to do best.
Yeah.
And then so we like the same thing you guys like. And then of course the Chopper 101. But we'll see. Chopper 201 is fast coming up the ranks. You guys seem to like that one too. So, but this is nice to take a little break. Those Chopper ones where you're going into detail, like last week, dude, that was a lot of research, a lot of talking,
Yeah.
And I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I have to re-release last week's podcast because your audio is completely fucked. And I was leaving to go on vacation with my family, so I didn't have time to remaster it. So if for anybody that's listening to this, and by the way, you probably noticed that we fixed Loctite's audio. We spent about an hour doing that before we started recording.
Hell.
This week is going to be good. And I'm going to go back and fix last week. So if you turned it off because you're like, this is fucking annoying, I'm going to fix that and then I'll re-upload it. But sorry for the inconvenience. But sometimes
life happens.
Just don't have enough time. It's like, I'm not going to cancel this vacation I had planned. But that was our year in review. But now we're 6 years in. Well, you're 6 years in. I'm a year and a half in. What are we going to be doing in the next year? Where are we going to be at Deadbeat Retreat 11?
Yeah.
What are we going to be doing?
That's the other thing. This year's not even over.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like already this year we have Deadbeat Retreat plan. And then not long after that, Smokeout Rally plan. And then not long after that, Cheap Thrills.
I would like to get to Cheap Thrills for sure.
I would really like to get the Cheap Thrills. Hopefully I can get the time off because I'm using a lot of time off lately. But there's still a lot of shit that we have left this year to go hit, which I'm excited about. Next year, I know we've already talked about it. We got to get down a back road. It's been too long since I've seen my fucking homies, Turd and Ronnie. Got to get down there and see them, support what they're doing because I fucking just love what they're about, love the kind of humans they are. And just love the Southern crowd in itself. Our Southern listeners, man, they're a different breed than the Northern guys or the guys from the Midwest or everybody. All these guys have like their own different swag. So it's cool to like get out of the Northeast and go see some Southern guys or maybe see some Midwest guys. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting down south. So there's some big changes coming. Rhino and I have just been like talking. And we've noticed kind of the chopper scene's changing. And this is something that you've heard. If you like know any old heads You just know anybody that's been in the game a long time. I'm sure you've heard them say, because they've already been through this. A lot of guys are going to come in because this is the cool thing to do. But those guys will never last. They'll end up falling off eventually, one by one, by one, by one. And if you've been to any shows in the Northeast this year, you've seen that process has begun. From all the shows that we've hit, it's pretty clear that process has begun, which is fine. It's cool, kind of, because prices will start coming down eventually and whatever. But at the same time, it also sucks a little bit because it's like those big shows are cool to be at. You know what I mean? It's cool to like have those shows with this 300, 400 fucking guys on home built fucking garage choppers. It's cool to see like new bikes every summer when you get out. But at the same time, I also think it's probably needed a little bit. And again, I don't think that this is nothing that'll kill the chopper scene. I think from what we always hear from the old heads, this is just a wave that naturally happens. It is what it is. But with time, shit changes. And Rhino and I were talking, and time to make some motherfucking changes on the show. Now, where this comes from me is this podcast was originally started to document what Grease and I were doing at that point in our lives. We're just getting into like really building our own bikes, really starting to fabricate, really learning how to weld and learning everything that we could about choppers, meeting new people, etc., etc. So that's what the show's always been based on. But over 6 years, shit fucking changes. You know what I mean? That's not just my life. You know what I mean? And I want to, and we're open to taking feedback from all of you guys. We're not saying, hey, hard line, this is what it is. But Rhino and I are pretty interesting fucking guys. If you've ever met us in person, you know we're pretty interesting guys. Both of us are actually pretty fucking funny. And I feel like we don't really get to let a lot of that hang out just talking about choppers, because most of the time we're talking about like 101 shit or on have a live guest. But anyways, without like beating around the bush, I want to expand this podcast. I want to make it not just solely choppers. I just want to make it like it's two, and this is the best way I can describe it. And this is the best way a lot of people have described it to me. They say like, hey man, I'm out here on a fucking island. There ain't nobody else doing chopper shit. And listening to the podcast makes me feel like I'm just sitting in the garage chilling with some fucking homies. I want to make the show more like that. I want to make it more like we're chilling in the fucking garage shooting the shit. And when we're doing that, we're not always talking about choppers. We're busting each other's balls. We're being funny. We're talking about what's going on in the fucking world. We're talking about maybe a new fucking location that we want to ride or we did ride or what we've heard is the best route or new beer that just came out. Or, hey, maybe Harley just dropped this new bike. Not our fucking style, but it's kind of fucking cool. Let's talk about it. Or, hey, Harley just dropped this bike. Who the fuck is getting fired for this one? You know what I mean? I don't ever want to stray away from what this podcast was originally built on, but I just want to broaden it a little more. I want to be able to not have to hyper focus on one fucking thing. I still want it to be chopper based. I still want it to be motorcycle. How did you word it? Motorcycle
centric.
Yeah, motorcycle centric. Like everything that revolves, shit that like us dudes like, shit that us motorcycle guys like, shit that you would find me, Rhino, Dan, Dead Kev, Fish Tank, Chopper Fisher, just sitting in Dan's garage bullshitting about. I want to bring all of that to the fucking table. I want to open up the shit that we talk about. I don't want it to just strictly have to be choppers every single weekend, day in, day out. Sometimes I just want to get on here and bullshit and be funny and fucking talk shit And that's it. So let us know. And I want to start getting you guys a lot more involved. I want to start getting your opinion. Like, hey, what do you want to fucking hear? Give us some, like, we'll put a post out once a month. Like, hey, drop, what do you want to hear on an episode? What kind of episode you looking to hear? Did Eminem just drop this new album that fucking flop? Or did he really legit come back and fucking kill it? You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be able to get on here and talk about what the fuck we really talk about and not have to just, like, stay on a fucking guideline.
Yeah, and a lot of this comes from, like, we were just talking for, like, every time we record, we talk for like an hour or two.
At least.
And we're like, this is an episode.
About non-chopper shit.
About, like, everything.
Some of it's about chopper shit, but we're talking about, like, oh, hey, we've been riding with these 3/4 helmets forever. You were like, hey, I've been thinking about going back to a half helmet. And I was like, I've been thinking about getting the full face. And then we went back and forth on which ones are good and this and that for fucking 35 minutes. But that's essentially, like, that's not chopper. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the kind of shit that I want to bring to this. I want to bring, like, say Dan fucking roofies me and Rhino and drags us out to a fucking hardcore show and me and Rhino get our ass beat in the mosh pit. I want to be able to come back here and talk about it. You know what I mean? I want to be able to talk about, like, new band that I heard at fucking, and I don't want to, this is one thing I want to say. I'm not a music head. This will never be anything like the Big Truth podcast because Truth grew up in the hardcore, the punk scene. We're not probably ever going to have a music guest on here. But what I'm saying is, like, I just want to broaden what we talk about here. I don't want to just be locked down on a straight line of we're only talking choppers every goddamn week. I just want it to be the boys in the garage, kicking it, doing our fucking thing, laughing, joking, having a good time. And hey, listen, I'll say it straight up. Maybe you won't like every episode, but you know for sure, probably next week you will. So maybe don't listen to this week's episode. Hit the next one, whatever you want to do. But either way, like I said to Rhino, it's like, no matter what, if one person listened to this episode this week, doesn't really fucking matter because we're still coming on and record another one next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, will we take a hit in listeners? I don't really think so. Because when people meet us at shows, they'll sit and talk with us for an hour. We're not just talking about bikes the whole fucking time. You know what I mean? I think people will like the authenticity of it. And again, this is not me saying we're getting out of the chopper podcast game. I just want to broaden the spectrum a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and only because, you know, like, I like bike culture, you know, like not just choppers. Like, choppers is definitely my thing. That's my jam. That's what I love. But I also love, like, some of our favorite guests from this year. Like, we talked about Torque. He's not a chopper guy, but, like,
I don't know.
I want to talk to more guys like that, you know, like, just like people that are chopper adjacent,
just in the industry,
you know? Yeah. And,
right.
and also just like topic, you know, like we've talked about this before. Like, when you meet a chopper dude, they're a certain kind of person, or a motorcycle guy. They're a certain kind of person, you know, and they have certain values and they have certain interests, and there's a Venn diagram of shit, you know, like some dude, like there's a lot of skater dudes. There's a lot of hardcore dudes, punk dudes. There's a lot of woo heads, actually. And
there is a lot of woo heads, surprisingly.
Yeah. And I love it. You know, like when I put out my woo shit, I'm like, and you're into choppers and Wu-Tang? Like, we should be friends. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
We should have sex anally. Yeah. But yeah, we just, for us, we want to keep it fun, you know? And if it's not fun, then we're not going to do it.
Say it is, I just don't want it to feel forced. You know what I mean? And it's like, when you just have one topic that you're supposed to stay on for 6 years in a row, it makes it a little tough. And like I was telling, I'm not too fucking shy of a man to say this. I've said this to Rhino. I actually just said this to Rhino before we started. I wish, if I could go back in time, I wish when I brought this idea to Greece that I wasn't like, hey, let's make this a chopper-only podcast. I wish I did something more along the line of like what Big Truth did, what the Crazy Gentleman did, what Danger Dan did. It's like, hey, I'm a fucking chopper guy, but this is the shit I'm into. You know what I mean? And I just kind of want to go. I want to loosen up the reins a little bit. We've been doing this for 6 years now. I still want to stay heavy chopper, but I want to be able to talk about some other shit. I don't want to have to force in an episode and like, oh, what can we talk about that has to do with a chopper this week? And hopefully you guys are cool with that because I just feel like we're just at that point now where it's like, look, we've been doing this a long fucking time. And like Rhino said, and like Danger Dan told me this in the fucking very beginning, 6 years ago, Danger Dan told me this. Do podcasting for a year. Once you've done it for a year, you're officially a podcaster. But once it becomes not fun, stop doing it. So what we're trying to do here is that I just want to keep this fun. I want to keep talking about whatever the fuck is on my mind. I don't want to be held to a fucking, you know what I mean? But I think everybody's going to dig it. I think it's going to be fun. And like I said, I want to get you guys a lot more involved. I want to open up a discussion where it's like, hey, what kind of shit do you want to hear about? What kind of questions do you have? And then me and Ryan could do a little bit of homework. Like when we did the rake and trail shit, somebody asked about it, and Rhino asked me, and I'm like, let's not touch it. And Rhino said, bet, motherfucker. I'm going to go do 3 days of research. That way I can tell this motherfucker what's up. I just want to do more shit like that. It's just that is like the fun stuff to me. I don't want to be held under a knife. You know what I mean? I don't want to be just on a string. I just want to fucking get on here and talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. And hopefully you guys are down to just stay on this ride with us. Keep going another fucking 6 years. Have fun and drink beers and fucking hang out.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, the thing that appeals to me. Oh shit, I just knocked up my computer. The beer can. Like you were saying, garage talk. We don't hang out and just talk about choppers, you know? Like
we hardly don't even talk about choppers when we're in Dan's garage. We like make fun of each other and fucking act like idiots.
Yeah. And that's really, we want to keep that fun. And the other thing is like there's so much interesting shit out there that we want to talk about. And like I said, it's like this is all the stuff that doesn't get on the podcast. You know, like even when we have guests, dude, we talk to guests before we start for an hour sometimes, you know? And there's a lot of stuff like once we start interviewing people, it's like, all right, let's talk about your choppers and how you got into bikes and blah, 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 blah. And
it's like, I want to get more people on like what you were saying, like Torque, who's fucking old, Left Lane Syndicate. Like, I want those dudes on the fucking show. You know, they're not fucking chopper guys, but like those dudes are rad as fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, I just want to broaden that.
Yeah. And I like all bike stuff, you know, like me and you, we don't just ride choppers. We don't like, we like motorcycle culture, you know? And I think that like choppers definitely alienates a lot of people because it's such a niche. It's such a small,
which is
niche.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it's also like Rhino said, it's like we both have Softails.
Yeah.
As of new, but like we never talk about those on the show. You know what I mean? We have both crunched miles on those Softails.
Mm-hmm.
And like we never talk about it because it's just not chopper. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'm doing a Cholo build with this Softail. Never bring up any of the plans or anything because it's not chopper. And like I told Rhino, it's like I love when I'm just having like a fucked up day and like I just need to go crunch some miles and fucking let loose. I can just jump on the Softail and go. It's fucking sick. I don't have to worry about it. I don't even have to stop for gas. But like I told him, nothing scratches that itch. I don't give a fuck how much faster my twin cam fucking Softail is than my Sportster fucking chopper or my shovelhead chopper. That Softail will never scratch the itch like a chopper does.
Yep.
Because it's totally different. It's like when you build a chopper and you go through the pain of breaking down and fabbing shit and breaking down again and this, it's like it's a whole different feeling when you complete a whole trip.
Yeah.
And the shit doesn't break down. You know what I mean? So it's like that can never be replaced.
Yeah. And one of the things I loved doing was those Laddie episodes, the Lowlifes After Dark, and those were never about choppers.
Yeah.
That was just about, we did our top 5 fucking like rappers and shit. Like that was
Yeah.
fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
And I want to do more of that because, it's fun to get other people involved. Like we had Bougie Billy like call in, like fucking around. I want to do more stuff like that, and just open it up. Like, dude, Bougie Billy, he sends me videos of bicyclists getting like run over like every single week, and it makes my week.
From that time we talked
Yeah,
about
like
slapping him in the ass
yeah,
and shit.
like a year ago when I went on a rant about how much I hate bicyclists driving, riding their little bicycles in the lane in traffic, shit like that. Like that's what I want to lean into because it's fun, and it's not like a chore to put it out every week, and we can just be like conversationalists. And uh I'd love to have the laddies vote on topics and stuff, like get more community, because we have a great community of lowlifes, dude. We just hit 10K on IG. We're over 10K now. That's 10,000 lowlifes tune in.
Yeah.
Uh and watch our lives and look at my fucking memes that I put out there. And I'm just, I think it's for us, this was a good turning point. This, what we've learned and experienced in the past year, lost some friends and kind of like saw through the veil a bit. And now it's like, I just want to plow ahead, like do what you love, type of thing.
Yeah. And that's like my biggest thing is like, I just want to keep this show organic. And that was so easy to do in the beginning because everything was fresh. We're learning all of this shit. We're doing all of this shit for the first time. And our followers were doing that shit for the first time. So there's got to be a little bit of change, right? Because we all fucking progress. And I don't know. I feel like we keep talking about this and like going over and over trying to convince, but I don't think it's an issue. I don't think anybody's going to be mad about it. I think people are going to dig it. People like when we do the garage episodes. People like the Q&As, and that's like talking about fucking literally anything. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to bring like another breath of fresh air to this show, like what happened when Rhino came on. A little bit of change is always fucking good, and I'm excited as fuck about it because it's going to keep the show organic. It's not going to sound scripted, and that's just like what always has been the goal to me. It's like I don't ever want to sound like a scripted show. I don't ever want to sound like me and Rhino sat here for 6 hours writing scripts and like bullet points and this and that. I just don't fucking like that. And I feel like this is the way to stay on that path.
Yeah. And in fact, I didn't mention this on our year rundown, but one of my favorite episodes, one of the most fun episodes that I've done, was our virtual garage night we did
that was fun.
with Dan and
sick.
Kev. And we met Nubs, the jelly bean eating party animal.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I want to do more of that shit.
Was a lot of
I'd
fun.
love to get like more virtual garage nights going and shit like that. Yeah, just, again, like get the laddies more involved and keep it fun, keep it airy, and get a little off topic every now and again, like definitely still want to, there's a huge list of chopper dudes I still want to interview.
100%. There's guys that we've interviewed that I want to re-interview because it's been years.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into all that. And again, I just want to reiterate, like, this is not us saying, hey, this is not a chopper podcast anymore. This is us just saying, like, hey, we're also going to start talking about other shit. Because we do other shit now.
Yeah. There's just so many cool dudes out there that might like that are into bikes. I mean, it's all bike centric, it's all like bike adjacent. It's all like in that Venn diagram where it all overlaps. But there's just so many people I want to meet and so many conversations that I want to have that instead of just being like, you know what, fuck this show and starting a new one, I say like, let's just pivot. Now is a good time to pivot and lean into it. And,
well, it's like, and here's the other thing too. It's like tough is like, I'm a chopper guy through and through. I fucking love building choppers. I like building anything that's custom. Which is why I'm also a hot rod guy. You know what I mean? So it's like I have so many friends that build hot rods, that build, you know what I mean? Like rat rods, that build full fucking resto mods. And it's like, those would be fucking banger episodes. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's not Chopper, so it just never happened. Like we have Matt Day, who painted the Shovelhead. That dude builds incredible shit. He just built with like a team with like Badfish Customs and some other guys a vintage drag car and went and raced it like on the beach in Maine. Like that's a fucking rad ass story. Like I'm saying, built it, built the chassis, built the rear end, built the motor, built it from nothing to a drag car in his fucking garage. Like that's something cool to talk.
That's fucking insane, dude.
Built the chassis and everything,
That's
dude.
insane, dude.
And like these are dudes that are right here, that are homies, that we just don't have on the show because it's not Chopper related.
Yeah.
And like that shit that like, and I know for a fact because I'm a Chopper dude. If you're a Chopper dude, you appreciate everything like that. Anything that's created, like your enthusiasm when I just said they built a whole chassis, you're like, what the fuck? And you're not even really a car guy. You know what I mean? So it's like, those are the kind of things that I want to be able to bring on the show. It's like, we just have so many different outlets like that, that it's almost a shame to not fucking bring it onto the show. So with all that being said, those are some of the future plans. Watch out for posts. Make sure you follow Lowlife Chopper Podcast. Make sure you fucking add to your home screen, lowlifechopperpodcast.org. Is it org?
.com.
No, it's .com. It's .com. I always fuck it up because I always forget you have to put www. So I just try to do lowlifechopperpodcast.com and it doesn't work.
Really?
So you have to do www.lowlifechopperpodcast.com. Add that shit right to your home screen. That is all of our merch, our Patreon, everything. But make sure you're on the Instagram. We're going to be putting posts up. I want to get you guys' feedback on different shit that you're into that maybe you hope that we would fucking talk about. Let's just get the ball rolling. Let's fucking start 6 years on our way to 7 years strong. Let's keep this podcast fucking rolling heavy. Let's get some more low lives on board and let's fucking crush the rest of this summer. But before we end this episode, let's thank the people that roll heavy with us, that help us fucking bang out an episode every week. Our motherfucking sponsors. Up first, we got the homie Dan at No Luck Paintworks in Manchester, New Hampshire. One of the most talented motherfuckers I've ever met. It's a pleasure to have a friend like this because the passion he has for his craft pushes me to do better in my pinstriping. Every time I see him do better, I want to do better. Those are the kind of friends you need to surround yourself with. If you want to bring your build to the next level, hit up Dan at No Luck Paintworks. Get on that motherfucking list for this winter, and he will get you looking right. Next, we got Stay Strong Co., the creator of the best motherfucking hot sauce in the world. The shit is the original. Then you got the shits, which is amazing. Then you got the Lowlife Chopper sauce, which is fucking so tasty. God damn, bro. I'm not kidding. And here's the best part about this. I seen John put out a post about it. I feel like we never touched on this. This is not a vinegar-based hot sauce. It's not like a watery hot sauce that you dump out like Frank's Red Hot or like Tabasco. This is almost like a barbecue sauce consistency. It's thicker. So you can use it as a hot sauce. You can use it as a dip. You can use it as a glaze for ribs or chicken or whatever the fuck you want to put it on. It's an all-around fucking must-have in your motherfucking pantry. If you grill, you gotta have some fucking hot sauce. So go over to staystrongco.org. Follow them on Stay Strong Co. on Instagram and pick up some motherfucking hot sauce. Next, we got Deadbeat Customs. Steve, the creator of the Deadbeat Retreat, where all low lives going to die. Listen, we've been talking about this show for literally 6 fucking years. We've been talking about the show. This is the home show of the Lowlife Chopper Podcast. This is where so many friendships have been made. This is where so many embarrassing stories have derived from. Okay? This is a show you do not want to miss. And now it's in like a central location. If you're in Ohio, it's easy for you to come up. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Jersey, all these places. It's in a central location, so hopefully more people come out. Come fucking party with us. This year is going to be a banger, 10-year anniversary. There's It's going to be fucking sick. And make sure you check out deadbeatcustoms.com. He has something for everybody. Whether you're a bagger guy, diner guy, a chopper guy, you need fucking luggage, sunglasses, vests, helmets. He's got it all at deadbeatcustoms.com. And use code LOWLIFE at checkout to save that motherfucking money. Next, we got lowbrowcustoms. Not .com, just Lowbrow Customs. Everything you need for the road ahead. This is like literally one of the only websites where you can build an entire fucking chopper at one fucking place. They have everything, specialty tools, gas tanks, engines, frames, whatever the fuck you need. You can find it at lowbrowcustoms.com. And check out their motherfucking YouTube.
Next up, we got Whee Motor Co. We wrench, we ride, we Motor Co. Gaucho up there in the Great White North up in Canada. He's got gear for riders so they can still afford to ride. Put some gas in your tank. Sub $300 USD club style vest. Shirts, hats, hoodies, and other goodies like his Kevlar lined flannels. He just dropped 2 of them, dude. The blackout. And then he got like some fucking lumberjack shit. They look fucking nice though. I'm definitely getting a blackout one. Faux sure. Go to huimotorco.com. That's HUI motorco.com. Next up, we got Burnt Up Wood Burning. Our boy Matt. I aspire to be a dad like Matt someday. I want to be covered in tattoos, still into bikes, doing photorealistic wood burning designs from choppers and hot rods to pets and hot broads. Matt's your man. He's an old school dude. Raised his boy right. He doesn't use Chat GPT. No Skynet bullshit going on. He uses these mitts to create his art. Next up, we got his boy, Silver City Co. Austin. This boy's down a clown. He was out this weekend. I saw Matt and Austin. He is now offering, and by the way, he likes my ad read, he said. So appreciate that, Austin. I just came up off the cuff. But he is offering welding, fabrication, small maintenance out of Meriden, Connecticut. Bikes and cars, all sorts of fucked up shit. Next up, we got our boy Chris. You get like a Rottweiler. They make you talk a Jamaican. You fucking the original bad boy bumbaclat. Oxford co-choppers at a fucking Oxford, Connecticut. He's the real deal Holyfield, baby. He does handlebars, hard tails, hard parts for hard men. $900. Hardtails installed. This ain't no fucking China bullshit. This is all TIG welded in-house in Oxford, Connecticut by this maniac. USA made steel, cast axle plates. And if you got shit-faced and ran into a fucking Prius and you fucked up your frame, he does full frame restoration and repair. So don't go chucking that quite yet. The engine's probably still good and he can fucking fix the frame for you. Last but not least, we got Loctite's motherfucking chop shop.
Conveniently located in Epping, New Hampshire, the center of the motherfucking universe, home of the 3 governors. Listen, for all your pinstripe needs, hit me up, Loctite's Chop Shop on Instagram or Loctite at lowlifechopperpodcast.com. For all your pinstripe needs, whether you want your bike pinstripe or just a fancy old garage fucking sign, I can make it happen, Cap. Last but not least, this show,
the Low Life Chopper Podcast. Possibly changing our name to just the Low Life Podcast. I don't know. We haven't talked about that yet. But go on over to lowlifechopperpodcast.com for all our shops and socials. You can get our archive there. After Spotify unceremoniously canceled us, as we were talking about, I and Joe Bacon, again, shout out to Joe Bacon, was able to get every single episode uploaded over there. I am slowly, meticulously getting it uploaded to our website, but you can check out all our YouTube videos or go shop our store. Get yourself some fucking Lowlife swag, dude. You cannot beat the Yellow Stitches Lowlife cap. That is by far my favorite hat of all time. It just tells people what you're about. And you can't beat fucking black and yellow, baby. So go check us out and continue supporting us and listening to us through our evolution here in season 6 of the Low Life Chopper podcast. And come along with us for this wild ride and see where it takes us.
The fly on my computer. All right, with that, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We're about to get fucking whacked by some serious thunderstorms, so we're fucking out of here before we lose power and lose this episode. Until next week, Lowlifes. We love you. Stay hydrated. Grab a Modelo and ride that motherfucking chopper.